This is KGW News at Sunrise.
Just never expected to have a situation where, somebody from the fire department is going, okay, you got 3 minutes, get out of there.
That is an evacuee of the Nakia Creek wildfire talking about having to leave his home. We'll have an update on evacuation orders, plus the latest from investigators with new information that could help find who started the fire.
And a tough call for Portland Fire over the weekend. It had to shut down an engine for the day because there's not enough staff. Coming up later, the major reasons for this shortage. Plus,
a clean room, a maker space where students can work together, a virtual reality lab where you bring artificial intelligence and robotics and people to imagine the future.
Talking about plans to bring a new facility to Oregon State's campus, a facility that would help train a new generation of engineers. We have that story for you coming up at 5:15.
Good Tuesday morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us this morning. Joe Ranieri is in for Rod this morning. Yesterday was really mild and nice. I don't know if the temperature is going up or down anymore. It's been all over the place.
It was down yesterday. I think we topped out about 70 degrees. Today will be close to record-breaking temperatures today and tomorrow. And then I'm tracking some big changes by the later part of this week. Snow levels will start to drop, not down to the valley floor, but throughout the Oregon Cascade. So finally starting to slowly build that base. Something we haven't had a chance to do so far this fall. But as we look at your bus stop forecast, we are going to be seeing some areas of fog to start things off, and it will be dense in parts of Washington County, especially throughout the Hillsborough area. So be aware of that. But by the afternoon, we'll be looking at sunny and warm conditions with daytime highs right around the upper 70s. We hit 78 degrees. We will tie a record, and tomorrow we could easily be seeing new records fall as well. Currently, we're looking at temperatures out there this morning, kind of on the chilly side over in Hillsborough where that the dense fog is. Temperatures in the low 40s. And the more closer you get into downtown Portland, we're looking at temperatures in the mid 50s, and along the east side of the state, definitely seeing a little bit more of that chill in the air, upper 20s to low 30s. Burns, you're seeing a temperature of 33 degrees. Now, I talked about this during our 4:30 hit. We are going to be seeing that air quality take a little bit of a hit because of some smoke and haze, but it will start to kind of clear out by the later part of this week. I'll talk more about that in just a few minutes.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Joe. Right now, we do want to give you a few quick updates on the Nakia Creek fire. Officials reduced the size of the evacuation zones. Here's a look at the latest map. It's on the left side of your screen. There are still active level 3 go now, level 2 be set, and level 1 be ready orders in place. It depends on where you live in relation to the fire. It is now just over 1,500 acres and 5% contained. Crews have made enough progress, though, that the Washougal School District announced it is bringing kids back today and classes will resume this morning.
Meanwhile, fire investigators have released new video of a vehicle that may be connected to the Nakia Creek fire. KGW's Catherine Cook gives us a closer look at the vehicle, and she also talked to people who had to evacuate.
Nightfall as dusk and ash settle over Camas Monday evening. About 9 miles northeast of here, the Nakia Creek fire burns on. On Sunday, it broke containment lines, exploding in size from 150 acres to more than 1,500. And as firefighters battle on, investigators are sharing a new clue. This photo from the Clark County Fire Marshal's office. They're looking for this light-colored Subaru. It was caught on video near where the fire is burning on Larch Mountain. The video was taken the day the fire started, October 9th, around 3:30 p.m. Investigators say they believe 2 women and 2 men were connected to the vehicle, but they haven't said how they might be connected to the fire. On Sunday, 3,000 homes were evacuated as people and pets escaped the fire zone.
Down here we have the ubiquitous Sammy.
Sammy and Jaxie here belong to Dwight Daly from Washougal. He and his wife evacuated on Sunday afternoon with just the clothes they were wearing.
Just never expected to have a situation where, somebody from the fire department is going, okay, you got 3 minutes, get out of there.
At first, Dwight checked into a motel, but when his dog started barking, he knew he couldn't stay. That's when he found the Red Cross shelter at Camas Church of the Nazarene.
They were fantastic. I mean, I come in at 1 o'clock in the morning and it's like, okay, the king has arrived. Let's get everything going here. Hey, you got food over there? You got bedding over here? Yeah, you got blankets over here? What do you need, pal?
The pet-friendly shelter looks this way because of the Humane Society for Southwest Washington. They brought crates, bedding, and food to help the Red Cross. On Sunday night, nearly 30 people stayed at the church, and most brought at least one pet.
You know, it means the world. It means that a family is together, that they know that their pets are with them. They don't have to worry. They can focus just on staying safe.
How much do these guys mean to you?
Everything. Yeah.
There is no shortage of help here. Come dinner time,
Something super tasty and super nutritious.
Portland-based nonprofit Feed the Mass delivered hot meals for evacuees. It may be their last dinner away from home for some. By Monday afternoon, Clark Regional Emergency Services reported that fire zones were decreasing. For Dwight, it's a moment of promise and gratitude.
I even get choked up now about it after 7 times. If you ever want to donate to somebody, these are the people you want to donate to.
And Dwight, of course, is talking about the Red Cross Cascades region and the Humane Society for Southwest Washington. Both nonprofits say the best way to help right now is by making a financial donation, not dropping off supplies. The Red Cross tells me they plan to stay here as long as they're needed. In Camas, Catherine Cook, KGW News.
All right, let's get to some other headlines that we're following this morning. And we start with this. A Multnomah County jury awarded 2 people who were hurt in a natural gas explosion in Portland back in 2016 more than $10 million because of their injuries. The explosion destroyed several buildings around Northwest 23rd and Gleason. 2 people sued the Lloyd Clark Pipeline Company, claiming post-traumatic stress anxiety and inner ear injuries. Pipeline workers hit a gas line while excavating to install a Comcast box, and that's what triggered the explosion. A Starbucks in the Pearl District will close permanently at the end of this week over safety concerns. That's according to a report from the Willamette Week. The store is located at Northwest 11th and Lovejoy and reportedly has signs posted on its doors announcing the closure. This would be the 4th Starbucks to close in Portland over safety issues. We reached out to Starbucks for comment, but haven't heard back yet. And a reminder that today is the last day to register to vote in Oregon. You can head to OregonVotes.gov to register or update your details. In Washington, though, the online and by mail registration deadline isn't for a couple of weeks, on Monday the 31st. That's Halloween. If you miss the deadline to register, you can vote in person, or you can register to vote in person at your county elections office through election night. We're talking 8 o'clock p.m., Tuesday, November 8th. And that is a look at some of this morning's local headlines.
Hey, and this is fun. Anybody here a Marvel fan?
Can't say I am, Brenda.
Anybody?
Can't say I'm a big superhero guy.
Out. Director Byron got in my ear and said, yes, he is a Marvel fan. Well, OMSI is the place to be if you love Marvel. This is a brand new exhibit, 80 years of comic history. Recognize that? Iron Man, that was the armor that he wore from the 2008 movie. Also, there's some original art from Tales of Suspense, which was back in 1963. Don't know that one, but wow. Artifacts, statues, interactive exhibits, you name it. You can get tickets online at omsi.edu/Marvel. And Devin Haskins is going to give us a full preview coming up this morning at about 5:45, so a little more than 30 minutes away.
Even superheroes require a break sometimes, so that's why Rod Hill is taking a few days off. Joe Ranieri filling in for our superhero. What do you have, Joe?
Got some very nice conditions moved through. Speaking of the Marvel exhibit, was He-Man part of Marvel? You guys?
Joe, I have no clue about these.
I thought you were a comic guy. I thought,
no.
This is going to get awkward for a little bit.
I'm going to Google that when you do the forecast.
You want to explain why you brought He-Man up?
Because I was a He-Man fan. I feel like there are, not many other of my friends growing up were He-Man fans, but yeah.
I have the power to tell you to move on to the weather forecast, Joe.
Good one. That's a good
power.
I'll just stick to the forecast. I'll let Devin handle all the comic chat here coming up here in a little bit. But yeah, we are going to be looking at some changes over the next couple of days. This afternoon, more of the same. Sunny and hazy conditions. But again, even with that smoke and haze in the forecast, we are still going to be seeing some warm temperatures. There's a good chance we could be looking at record-breaking temperatures later on today. But first, we're also looking at some dense areas of fog starting to kind of filter into downtown Portland, down to about a 3/4 of a mile, down to a 1/4 of a mile visibility through through parts of Hillsborough and into Washington County. So be aware of that as you head out on your commute. Yeah, it's also pretty dense down into the central and southern part of the Willamette Valley. Over the next few days, the smoke will be relatively light, but in a few locations, it will get kind of thick, especially through parts of southwest Washington as that Nakia Creek fire continues to burn near Large Mountain. We have that air quality warning has been extended until basically the later part of this week throughout much of the metro area and into southwest Washington. Again, we kind of need some changes with the upper levels of the atmosphere to kind of help clear some of that poor air out. That's not going to happen until the later part of this week. Between now and then, though, we're going to be seeing another couple of days of summer-like conditions. We really haven't had a chance to see much fall-like weather. Well, I tell you what, things will be changing here by the later part of this week. But today, though, we'll be seeing temperatures by 9:30 in the low 50s. So kind of a sweater start to the day, if you will, but by the afternoon, you'll be seeing some sunny and warm conditions. As we look at the 7-day forecast, so the record for today is 78. I am forecasting a high of 78 degrees. Tomorrow, I think, is a better shot of seeing some new records fall, getting into the low 80s, and then we'll start to see our temperatures really fall off for Thursday. Staying nice, though, the mid-70s. Rain moves back into the picture late Friday, so there's a good chance some of those Friday night football games will be seeing a few showers, and then the heavy rain moves in basically Saturday and into the early part of next week. Drew, back to you.
Joe, real quick.
Yes.
He-Man, DC.
DC. Okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
Just so you know.
Do you mean He-Man, DC, Drew Carney? Is that what you mean, Brenda?
Oh,
That's
nice.
very-
That's not what I meant, though.
Very kind of you for a second. Let's move on in the newscast this morning. We're talking about a big donation coming to Oregon State University to help support one of the state's fastest growing industries. We'll talk about how this donation will help students who are entering the tech industry in just a moment.
And we are looking ahead to the holiday season and getting ready for the KGW Great Toy Drive. Last December, we donated more than 30,000 toys to local children. This year, we want your help to give even more. If you'd like to get involved, just go to kgw.com/toy. And when you sign up, we will send your organization a kit, and you can help collect toys for local families. As always, thank you so much for your support.